Hi, I'm Larie, and welcome to your 30-minute at-home TriSet drop workout. What you need today, dumbbells. Whatever you have, grab them. For reference, I have a pair of 20s, 15s, and 5-pound dumbbells, but you and I are different, so I want you to find a weight selection that feels challenging for you while maintaining great form throughout. You will also need a bench. If you don't have a workout bench, replace it with something around the house, like a stool, ottoman, or even just a large textbook would do, just something sturdy. And lastly, you will need a mini band. We will not be using this mini band until the very end of the workout. So if you don't have it, not a big deal, only one exercise. And you will also need a mat and probably a towel and hydration around as well. Today's focus, the entire body. This is a full body workout, and today's format are trisets. And within each triset, we're gonna drop the intensity of the exercise. So we have 3 exercises at a time. The first exercise will be our most challenging exercise, and we will perform that exercise for 75 seconds. Then we will drop the intensity of the exercise and perform a variation of the same exercise for 45 seconds. Same thing with the third exercise, we drop it again, 45 seconds. So that is almost 3 minutes of total work time per triset. So if needed, don't feel like you have to stick with a weight throughout each triset. You can always drop the weight throughout as needed. After each triset, we get 15 seconds to recover before moving on to the next triset. Recovery time is limited today, so if you feel like you need more of a break, hit that pause button or rest pause during the set and meet me back when you're ready. But this one is kept a little short and sweet because we are changing the muscle group focus. So if we're hitting shoulders one triset, we're probably hitting lower body or just a different muscle group throughout, so we can make that recovery time a little bit shorter today. All right, y'all, this one is tough. We're gonna begin with a warm-up focusing on the core to start, and we're gonna reverse it. So it's not gonna be a drop to start for the warm-up, it'll build, but for the warm-up only. So go ahead, meet me on your mat, and let's get to work. We begin by warming up our core, specifically our lower abdominals. So go ahead, bring it down to your mat. I want you to press the low back into the mat, and then big deep inhale down and around. On the exhale, connect to the lower abdominals as you drive the knees in towards the chest. Make sure you keep the low back nice and still throughout. If you let that arch come into play and go into an anterior posterior tilt, you will feel it in your low back, which is not the focus. I want you to connect to the lower abdominals. Feel like a corset is getting tighter in between your ASIS or the bony part of your hips, all right? So this begins your workout. Reverse crunches, take it slow, take it controlled in 3, 2, and 1. Quality over quantity here. So slow it down, make that connection. Exhale, drive it in. Inhale down, nice and slow. Exhale, drive it in. You can always use your hands to help pad up your pelvis. Just really focus on keeping your spine nice and still. Next up, we have a straight leg lift, and we're going to lift those hips off the ground. So now we are going to advance or build, extend the legs long, use your lower abdominals to drive the legs up. I still want you to control it. So legs are lifted, hips come off. 3, 2, 1, connect to the lower abdominals, stamp the feet to the sky. Next up is our hardest exercise of this TriSet. We have flutter kicks. Hover those heels in 3, 2, 1. Connect to the lower abdominals. We're holding this and now just kick up and down. You can point the toes or you can dorsiflex, totally up to you. Option or modification, you can stay right here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Now we're going to drop. So we're going to start with our most challenging exercise of this TriSet. This focus, chest, shoulders, tris, core. We have push-ups. It's slow, often on the knees. So take it down for a count of 3, 2, 1 and hold. Release the knees, press it off, rinse and repeat. 3, 2, 1, knees down, and press. If you want to advance, feel free to just keep the knees off the entire time. But I want you to take the tempo really slow, really controlled on the eccentric portion. Next up, we have a high to low plank. We'll hold at the top, 1 more rep, and 3, 2, and 1. Float the legs, wide stance. We take it down, right forearm, right, then left. Next time, go left, right. This one's super challenging. Really keep that core tight. We are also working on anti-rotation of the hips. So try not to let the hips swivel. Keep that core nice and tight. Last rep. We have shoulder taps in 3, 2, hold at the top. Now tap opposite shoulder. Again, working on anti-rotation of the hips. So keep that core tight and we tap left and right. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, lower body's up next. We begin with step ups. Do your weaker side first, if you know you have one. So I'll be doing my left side. I'm grabbing 15s. Feel free to go heavier. Feel free to go lighter. Totally up to you. Drive through that left heel and then control it down. Try to use that back leg as little as possible. So it's all in the leg that is on your elevation. Drive through the heel. Feel that glute drive you up. If you have to really push off with the back foot, what I want you to do, lighten the resistance.
I can't just call you when the moon is rising. I'm craving every moment with you. I can't just need you when the tides are turning. I cherish every second with you. I've got to hold on to your heart every day of the week.
Next up, we have a reverse lunge. The left foot will stay forward, but we place it on the ground in 3, 2, and 1. Left foot stabilizes. Drive up through the left. So again, use this back foot as little as possible. The left glute may start to burn at this point. At least I'm talking for myself. Fight through it. You got this. We end this TriSet with static lunges. Just hold that back foot back. Now we go straight up, straight down. Make sure you have your feet about at least shoulder width apart. If you're standing on that balance beam, it's going to be a little bit harder to balance. So think about standing on your like a railroad track versus a balance beam, just for better stabilization. Core's got to stay tight during these unilateral exercises as well. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Recover, and then we repeat on the other side. Here we go, other side. Let's get it, step it up. Again, connect to the glute, the side that you're doing. So I'm connecting to my right glute as I drive up. Use that back foot as little as possible. Quality over quantity here. We go to reverse lunge in 3, 2, and 1. Same foot stays forward, drive it up. Use that back foot as little as possible. It's all in the front leg. Glute, wow, hamstring, quad, it's all on fire. Core's got to stay tight to help keep those hips level. We end this TriSet with a static lunge. Hold that back foot in place in 3, 2, and 1. Straight up, straight down.
I'll stay in bed. I still got the feeling that you're next to me. Stuck in my head when lights go off. You're everything that I could ever want. Your touch so soft. Not looking for no heaven to go, 'cause I got you. I got you. Don't wanna show.
Couple more reps. Last 3, 2, and 1. Wow. All right, shoulder press is next. I'm gonna be ambitious and start with my 20s, but we may need to drop. We'll see. Slow, controlled, eccentric, pronated grip. Here we go. Keep that core tight. Keep those hips nice and still. Lower it down slow. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, drive it up. Inhale down. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, drive it up. If your hips have to come forward to move the weight, go ahead and drop it. As long as your form is on point, then push it, all right? We won't know until we try. Just keep that form locked in. I know you are, just a gentle reminder. Next up, we have neutral thrusters. So we get to use the lower body to drive these dumbbells up, and we're switching it to a neutral grip. Here we go. We take it down, use the lower body to drive it up, then down. Lower body helps to assist. Bring it down. Next up, we have front raises. We're going to use just one dumbbell. So we'll place one dumbbell down, grab the handle with both hands. Wow, here we go. We'll see if we can do it with this weight. Bring it up, bring it down. If needed, you can go ahead and drop the dumbbell if you want. If you hate this grip, drop it. Try not to bend at the elbows. So really, really trying to focus on the anterior portion of the delt, front delt. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, RDLs are next. We start with a really super slow eccentric and concentric. I'll be using 20s, but I want you to keep your core tight and keep that low back nice and still. Lock in the lats, core stays tight. Now it's on the hips and the hips back for 3, 2, 1, and pause. Feel the stretch in the glute. Now hips are coming forward for 3, 2, 1. Hips go back. 3, 2, 1, and pause. Use the glutes. Hips come forward for 3, 2, 1. Your back, your spine, you're trying to keep it as still as possible. And in order to do that, the front of the core has to stay engaged throughout. The movement does not come from that lumbar spine. It comes from the hips. So think about a door closing and opening. The hinge. That's what we're doing right now. One way to also think about it is once we're in this position, squeeze your glutes to drive you up for 3, 2, 1. I want you to feel it in those glutes. Hamstrings obviously working as well, but connect to the glutes. Right now we're going at a very slow and painfully slow tempo. Now take it to a normal tempo, but keep that form locked in. Just up and down. Next up, we have dumbbell hip hinge swings. So we'll set one of the dumbbells down and grab the top of the dumbbell with both hands in 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell goes down. Same motion here. Slight bend in the knees, hips go back, hips forward, hips back, hips forward. Last 3, 2, and 1. Wow. Grab a drink. Next up, pronated row. I'll be using 15s. Here we go. Grab your dumbbells. Now we're going back to that hip hinge position. Keep the core tight. Now elbows will flare out to the side. Control it down. Next up, keep the position of the body. We're just changing the grip, normal tempo, neutral grip row. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Palms face one another. And now we take it in. You may need to narrow the stance just a little bit here. So during the pronated row, we were really targeting upper mid portion of the back. Now with this neutral grip row, wow. The lats are being lit on fire. Come on, we have 20 seconds here, then we stand it up and we end with bicep curls. Bicep curls in 3, 2, and 1. Flip it from neutral to supinated. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, on to our medial delt tricep burnout. Hits a little bit of front as well. We start with a 6-way raise. I'm grabbing 5s. Y'all, this one is humbling. All right, so 6 ways. Out, in, overhead, control it back down, out, and then lower. So 6 movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Something I want you to be mindful of is when we take it overhead, keep those hips still. They'll want to kind of swing forward, especially towards the end of the set. Just keep that core tight and just pay attention to it. Keep your rib cage stacked over pelvis.
You set my
Next up, we cut this movement short. It's a 4-way raise, so we'll cut out the overhead portion in 3, 2, and 1. Now 4 part. We take it in, we take it out. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it is burning. If you're feeling this more in the upper portion of your traps, just make sure we're not hunching at the top. Keep those shoulders down and away from the ears. And something else that may be helpful is to take the dumbbells slightly in front of the body. So notice I'm here versus here. We end with lateral raises. Oh my goodness. Let's go, just up and down. Pour out a glass of water at the top. So bring it up, thumbs go down a little bit. Make this a rest pause set if needed, when needed. Ten seconds. Last 3, 2, and 1. Wow, high five, we're not done. We have 3 more trisets, y'all, then we are done. Triceps, glutes, core, that's it. All right, I'm gonna stick with 5s for these tricep extensions. Tricep block, here we go. Take it down slow and controlled. Drive it up. So I want you to feel the stretch in the triceps and then use the triceps to bring it up. Wow. You may be able to go heavier than 5 pounds here. Feel free to. I'm pretty fatigued at this point, so I want to keep my form locked in today. So I'm sticking with 5s, but again, can't stress it enough. You and I are different with weight selections. Not only, where we are at strength-wise, but where we're at in the day. Today, how'd you wake up? Are you feeling refreshed, energized? Are you coming off a rest day? Are you coming off a day like a huge bike ride or something? So you have to take that into consideration when choosing your weight selection. And if ever you feel in a point or a spot that doesn't just feel right, drop the weight selection. Always. That's my first answer. Drop that weight selection. How does it feel now? Oh, it feels amazing. We'll keep going. And if it doesn't feel amazing, drop it again. Drop it again. Maybe it's just body weight today. Maybe we need a rest day. All right, I'm going to stop talking. I talk too much. I've gotten good at that, but sometimes I get on a little rant. Here we go. Tricep kickbacks in 3, 2, hinge from the hips one more time. And I want you to flip that grip from neutral to, that would be pronated. It's a Monday for me. Case of the Mondays. It's a good case of the Mondays. Squeeze the triceps on the way back. We have 10 more seconds here, and then we get rid of these dumbbells, and we have tricep dips. So we'll put our palms on our bench. And 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down. Walk it out. Rep it out. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, feel free to elevate the feet onto another surface or place a dumbbell in the lap or both. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we need our mini band, and we need that mini band right above the knees. I'm gonna hit pause. We're gonna get a little longer here. Mini band above the knees. We have hip thrust, slow tempo, slow eccentric, slow concentric. I have one 20-pound dumbbell. All right, so press into the band. We take it up for 3, 2, squeeze your glutes, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Don't lose that tension. Take it down for 3, 2, 1, squeeze, 3, 2, 1. What I want you to be mindful of here is keeping your rib cage stacked over pelvis. So notice the hinge is coming from my hips and not my bottom rib cage. So if you ever feel it in your low back, you could be hinging from the lumbar thoracic spine area, and we don't want that. So think about hinging here and then squeezing up. Tucking the chin will help. So the whole body from here to here is coming along for the ride. No movement in the low back. Perform it this way today. Different ways to perform it. Let's see how this feels. Keep pressing into that band. In 10 seconds, we are going to hold at the top. Last rep. And drive it up. Now hold it here. You're going to pulse into the band and up. So pulse up and out. Up and out. Knees drive out. Glutes drive up. Micro movement here. An inch or two. Up and out. Glutes should start to burn. You got this, y'all. In 10 seconds, we end with a normal tempo hip thrust. Maintain tension on the band throughout. In 3, 2, 1, press into the band. Now take it down and up and squeeze. Don't lose tension on the band. If you lose tension on the band, drive more into the band on the way. Final 10 seconds. Last 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down, band goes off. We end with body weight only. We have sprinter sit-ups to start, abdominal focus, TriSet to end with, y'all. Sprinter sit-ups is the most challenging. If needed, I'll show you a variation to modify. We take it all the way up, twist at the top, control it down for 3, 2, 1. Other side, bring it up, twist at the top, control it down for 3, 2, and 1. Now, if needed, if this is just not accessible to you right now, that's totally fine. Take it to a bicycle. Just know that is one of our next exercises, which is okay. You can do it twice. Really control it on the way down. We're not just flopping down. Control it. Feel the tension. If you really slow it down, you may notice a little shaky action right there. Here we go. We take it to bicycles with a leg lift. So take it here. We go 3, 2, 1 and hold. That straight leg comes up for 2. Reach and touch. Now we do it again. 3, 2, 1 and hold. Other leg goes up for 2. Rinse and repeat. 3, 2, 1 and hold. Leg goes up for 2. Again. 3, 2, 1 and hold, leg goes up for 2. Let's try to get one more rep in each side. Next up, we have regular bicycles. This is where we end it. We just go. "15 seconds, y'all. This is it. After this exercise, we have a hollow hold to end it with. It's an isometric hold. Legs will go long. We'll hold an isometric crunch as well. It's going to burn. Hold it in 3, 2, hold center. It's burning. Come on, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and we are done. Nice work. Hug the knees in towards the chest. And while we're here, let's give our glutes a little bit of love. Figure 4 stretch, cross the ankle, over the quad, hug it in. Whatever you can grab it. Just work on driving this knee out so you can really feel it in that glute, and then drive the knee in. So it's a push-pull motion. So you're pushing against the inner thigh with your left elbow, if that's the foot that you have. So this is my right foot. My left foot, my left elbow is pushing, and then I'm pulling with my right hand on the right hamstring. And let's take it to the other side. Quick workout, so the stretches will be fairly quick today, I know. I'm going to link some additional stretching videos below. Check them out. They are short and they are sweet. And they feel amazing. And they have different focuses. Some are, full stretches, full body stretches. Some are designated for areas. Let's go ahead, roll it up. One more roll. And take it around. Let's do 3 rounds of cat-cow. Like I was saying, some areas, some of those videos have a more specific focus. Like one is for your hips, one is for your low back, one is for your upper back. And then we have lower body, upper body. All right, let's do that one more time. This feels good. Neutral spine. Walk the hands out and then let the hips melt. And just make small movements. Right hip down, look over left shoulder. Oh, feels amazing. And other side. Bring it back to center. And push it on up. Use your bench for this next stretch. Hands go on the bench, and then very slowly, let's stretch out your lats. Bring it on up. I want you to tip the right fingertips, shift into the left, rotate heart, spin the heart towards the right, and just, wow, really focus on that left side. We don't need to go as far here. We could stay there forever, but let's take it to the other side. And let's hit your triceps. So I want you to walk it on in if you can. This may or may not be accessible due to how hard body is. So start here with your arms straight, and then you can bend at the elbow, or let's just take it down to the ground. Oh, that's my bad, y'all. Sometimes I can do that on certain elevations, but I think I'm standing and not kneeling. And, we don't want to stand just yet. Anyway, this is going to hit your triceps, so hope this feels good. And you can kind of go somewhere in between a puppy and a child's pose, whatever feels good for you, and whatever shifts with the F, the focus into the triceps. Release the hands long. Let's get those hips a little bit, just a little bit. Square it off, right hip back, left hip forward, hand goes up and over. Wow. When you're ready, other side. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. As long as you tried your best, that is what matters most, y'all. And we are done with stretching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Your love and support means the absolute world to me. Tag me in your posts on IG at Larie Midkiff, Facebook Fit by Larie. And most importantly, again, as long as you tried your best, that's what matters the most. You rock. Have an amazing rest of the day, my friends.